Talks. We'll get this show up and running, baby. Loving it, loving it. All right, so as they're joining, I'll explain the show. So what we do on this show here is we like to talk about movies. And basically what we do is we go on the internet and figure out what the internet critics scored these movies and what the internet audience scored these movies on a scale of 0 to 100. Whoever is the closest to the score on the internet will get a point, and then they get to pick the next movie. The only rule about picking the next movie is that the other two contestants have to be familiar with the movie. After an hour, after 45 minutes, we will go into the last 15 minutes, which is the lightning rapid fire round. That's how words work. Where we go and we stop talking about movies and we just start scoring movies. So if your favorite streamer's in here right now, stick around till the end because they might still be able to pull out a dub. Oh, woo! Every time I do that in one breath. I don't know why I just don't take a breath during that. I don't understand. But all right, we have three amazing guests here today. First, we have Rich. Rich, how are we doing today? Love the hat.
Yes, sir. You want me to introduce myself?
Yeah, you can give a quick little intro if you'd like.
I'm wearing my daughter's 5-year-old winter hat. That's my good luck charm. This is my spirit animal is a panda bear. Cause I'm all soft and cuddly looking, but if you get close to me, I'll rip your head off.
Still a bear. Love it. And then next up after that, we have Lux. Lux, hello. Bringing her own panda to the party as well.
Woo!
How are we doing? Why don't you give yourself a quick little intro?
Woo! Panda love.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm Lux, everybody. Woo!
Love it, love it, love it. And last but not least, we've got Sin coming in here. Sin, how are we doing, my brother?
We're doing good, man. I didn't get the hat or the panda memo, but I mean, I was able to scrap a black and white hat at the last second.
Hey.
So I guess here we go. Here we are. But yeah, I'm Sin, and I'm here for the win. So let's get this going.
All right, I love it. I love it. So I explained the rules right before you guys, while you guys were entering, and so pretty much, the only other rule that we have was a little rule on the show is just go ahead and keep your eyes on the screen. Let's just keep it honest here. Let's have fun and let's have a good time. You guys ready to play?
Woo!
Yep.
Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna kick it off with the first movie, and then from there, you guys will, whoever gets to the point will get to pick the next movie. So I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time, and we're gonna go with Deadpool. Has everyone seen Deadpool?
Oh,
I have not, but I know of it.
wah wah.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to go ahead and. You could have easily. I appreciate the honesty. You could easily be like, nope, sorry, never heard of it.
Wait.
I don't.
Wait, I got something. Wait, I got something to say. You're Canadian, and you haven't seen Deadpool, Mr. Ryan Reynolds himself. Come on now.
I don't even know how to. You know what? We're gonna start off with the movie. Rich, let me ask you a question. What do you remember from the movie Deadpool? What did you love from that movie?
I just loved his character, the way Deadpool is. I didn't really know Deadpool's comic book, but I mean, the way his character was, how he was like all out there, that was pretty cool. It was a very good movie. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, Lux, you haven't seen the movies. Do you have any comments? Oh no, I'm sorry. I forgot about the scores. I got ahead of myself there. So what do you think the critics scored that movie? Rich.
85.
And what do you think the audience scored it?
94. I remember people were waiting for that to come out. So.
All right. Lux, I know you haven't seen it. Do you have any comments on the movie Deadpool?
I'm gonna go with Ryan Reynolds. That's my comment. He's in it.
It's a good answer.
I like it.
Good answer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm here all week. I'm gonna go. Let's see. I'm gonna say the critics gave it a 79, and let's say the audience did 76.
Okay.
All right, Sin, what do you remember from Deadpool?
Oh, of course, yeah, Mr. Ryan Reynolds himself. But yeah, dating all the way back to what was it? Wolverine, was it X-Men Origins or Wolverine Origins when he
I think it
first
was
came out as a
X-Men
merc with a mouth?
Wolverine. I think it was.
Yeah, of course, did it no justice at all to the character. I mean, how you gonna sew up the merc with a mouth, right? So I'm glad we finally got the version that we were supposed to get. Full on Ryan with I think he was a perfect cast choice for the character, and yeah, just a great movie. As Rich said, a lot of people were waiting for this movie to come out for the longest time, and it finally did. So yeah, I thought it was a great movie, in my opinion. Now for the scores, I think the critics are always, especially on these Marvel movies, they're usually pretty brutal. So I'm gonna give it a 62.
Woo!
For the critics. And for the audience, I'm gonna give it an 85.
All right, let me give you a quick little critic consensus on this movie here. What the people thought, what the writers thought. Fast, funny, and gleefully profane, a fourth wall busting Deadpool subverts superhero film formula with wildly entertaining and decidedly non-family friendly results. Somebody hit a mark on this one. The critics gave this movie an 85%. The audience gave it a 90%. Rich, right out of the bat here, hit the mark on
Oh, thank you.
Lucky Panda is obviously coming in handy here. Well, Rich, welcome to the board. And now you get to pick the next movie.
Okay, so if Lux hasn't seen Deadpool, it's gonna be kind of hard.
Yeah, right. Action movies aren't my thing, but I mean, I'm old school though. I have a bunch of VHS tapes, so if you go way back, you're probably good.
Has everybody seen Donnie Brasco? With
Al Pacino. I've seen it.
Oh man. Okay.
Donnie Brasco's got Johnny Depp and Al Pacino in it.
Oh, I haven't. I've heard of it.
Wait, no, not. Is it Al Pacino? Am I right or no?
No, Al Pacino and Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
All right. Well, if you haven't seen it, then that's fine.
Oh, strike one. You have two more chances.
Has anybody seen the movie The Doors with Val Kilmer?
The Jim Morrison, The Doors biopic.
Jim Morrison?
Oh, I was
the whole thing.
I did not.
Okay.
All right, strike two.
Damn. Okay. All right, Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda. Woo!
Old Jack Black never. You can always count on Jack Black.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so Kung Fu Panda. I gotta ask, what do we remember from Kung Fu Panda?
I remember taking my daughter to see it at the movies, and she ran up to the screen. Nobody was in the theater because it was the odd time. She was trying to fight with the panda right in front of the screen at the movie theater.
You're like, sir.
Yeah, that was a good movie though. That was entertaining for adults and children.
I do remember it. I can't believe that movie came out in 2008. I thought it was earlier. I mean that seems like it was so long ago. But anyway, I digress, as I normally do on this show. What do you think the critics scored this movie?
82? 82?
What do you think the audience scored it?
80? Maybe. 80.
All right, Lux. What do we remember from old Kung Fu Panda? Don't try to chop your panda either.
Right. Well, let me tell you. I remember not too much actually. I love Jack Black, so really anything that Jack Black is in, I would watch. But I do love cartoon food. I think cartoon food looks delicious ever since the Ninja Turtles and their pizza. So those noodles, Looks so good.
Oh yeah.
So
The
I'm gonna
dumplings,
say
the little bun dumplings. I remember those
Right?
look so good.
All right. I'm thinking 78 for the critics, and let's go 76 for the audience. Please, final answer.
All right, Sid, what do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I watched it back when it first, like, probably around the time it came out. Haven't watched it since, but yeah, I remember Jack Black. Some pretty good characters as well. The roast characters in there. I remember the master, I guess, was it like a
He was a
like a
red
rat or
panda.
something?
He was a
Oh,
red
There
panda.
you go. That's what it was. Red Panda. Yeah. But yeah. From what I remember it then, I mean, I was rather entertained. It was a fun movie, and yeah, as you said, you can never go wrong with some Jack Black.
They made like 4 more, I'm pretty
in your
sure,
life,
too.
I was gonna ask if there was a sequel. Interesting.
There's 4 of them.
There's like 5 or 4. Yeah, I've seen them all.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
literally
So
there's so many.
Okay.
so I'm gonna
It's
get.
like
I'm gonna
the
go
Fast
for
and
this one. I'm gonna
Furious.
go. Yeah, that's true. So for this one, I'm gonna go straight for both critics and audience. I'm gonna go 88s for both.
The Blake 88s across the board.
Dang, that's rare.
We call that the Blake 88 because we had Top Bad's Blake Premier on here one time, and for literally probably 7 answers, he said 88.
You thought you're trying. 88.
No, but you know what? It worked for. He hit a bunch. It worked pretty well. To be completely
I like
honest.
to get the same lottery numbers
Yeah.
every time. You're bound to like win.
He's just rolling dice at that point. All right, gosh, I was a freshman in college when this movie came out, so I was
Wow.
taking a lot of vitamins then. So that's probably why I don't remember why it came out. But anyway, the critics gave this movie an 87%. The audience gave it an 83%. The 88s across the board got Sin the point. All right, Sin, you got the next movie here. What are we thinking?
I'm gonna give it a long shot. I know we started off with a little bit of Ryan Reynolds, so I'm gonna kind of stick with him. I don't know. Did everybody watch Blade Trinity?
Blade 3.
Blade 3, yeah.
The vampire one? I probably saw maybe the first one. Okay. I saw this for the
No?
first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know of
Second
it.
one.
Okay.
that's all first.
Yeah.
We'll call that a strike.
I love that you made
Alright.
it to the third one. Like the second one, you're
So-
like, yeah, I look forward to number 3.
How about The Proposal? That's a rom-com with Mr. Reynolds and what's her name? Sandra Bullock, I believe, as well.
Okay.
Strike 2? Is that strike 2?
Like, I remember
That was the crowd went very quiet there. I'm gonna go ahead and go with strike 2.
Oh no.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna stick with him. If this is strike 3, this is strike 3. But I'll go with Waiting.
Oh yes.
The
Oh my god.
restaurant movie.
Oh, so Waiting 2 is also great. Those are great movies. Yep, for me.
Rich, Waiting.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll give it a fresh
It's
try.
almost so. I used to be a server and a bartender at a Buffalo Wild Wings and a Chili's. And
Yeah, I saw that movie. Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you how scary accurate that movie is. It's scary accurate.
I'm sure. I bet.
All right. So what do you remember from the movie Waiting?
What man? The game, right? The game that they play. I thought that was hilarious.
The goat.
You got
The goat.
the goat, the brain, the bat wing. The classics.
The Abraham Lincoln. Can't forget about the Abraham Lincoln.
The Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. Just all around, just I was laughing, nonstop from beginning to end of the movie. Dane Cook, put a solid performance in there as well throughout the movie. But yeah, I think it was just almost a little appreciation of the food industry or the service industry. Uh, and as the tagline goes, you don't f with the people that mess with, that take care of your food.
Handle your food.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
I love it. I
But,
love it. So now, what do you think the critics scored this movie?
Just based on how the movie was, I think the critics, I'm gonna say 46.
Okay.
In the audience, I would give it a 72.
All right, Rich. What do you remember from the movie Waiting? Eat it shenanigans. Enjoy your food. Eat it shenanigans.
I remember that now. I haven't seen it in a long time. I know it was funny though. I remember watching it. I was laughing. So. It's been a long time. But I'll give it. Critics are hard on comedies. I'll give it a 52 for the critics and maybe 74 for the audience. But yeah.
All right, Lux. Waiting.
I was also a server for many years, so I love that movie. Nobody ever spit in anybody's food though, but the rest of it. Oh, and also that other thing that we didn't do that. Anyway, most of it.
Well, you didn't
really
give anybody no Fromunda cheese?
Some
Many
alfalfa
times-
No, you
sprouts.
can't mix Mexican with continental.
It's not even my humor. I laugh. I was entertained. I like the one part though where the guy tips her like 10 cents and she's like stops him and she's like, "Here, you need this more than I. Clearly, you need this more than I do." I
Yeah.
had a friend. She actually did that at work. So, bravo. Great movie.
Yeah.
But did we like it? I feel like the critics were hard on it too. So I'm gonna say critics. Let's go 55%.
Oh, this is a bit of a Price is Right round right here.
I was just thinking that, Bob. All right, and then I'm gonna go. Let's go 70 for the audience, please. The second one was great too. Like Waiting 2 was so good as well.
It was really good. I do remember it. It was more like a B grade movie, like B rated movie, but like it was still really good.
Right? Yeah.
All right. You guys had the right idea on this one. You guys all had a very right idea. The critics did not like this movie.
Oh. I bet they didn't.
I just checked 3 different websites and they all have the same score.
Oh, sheesh.
The
Was it in
critics
the
gave this
teens?
movie a 30%.
Oh my God.
Ooh, Jesus.
Wow. It wasn't that bad. Wow. Okay.
Exactly, because the audience gave it a 70%. But so Lux hits the mark, but Sin gets the point.
Woo. Way to go.
That was a good one. That was
Yeah.
I was
was,
like,
yeah, good
y'all had the right idea, but you guys didn't realize that these writers are probably the people that these people in the movie are spitting their food into. So they did not probably take too kindly to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many of those critics in the server? Right? Like
Exactly.
So that's just something to think about. All right, before we go any further, guys, welcome to Cinema Score. I am your host, DJ, your boy. On the show, we talk about movies. What we do is we go on the internet and we figure out what the internet audience and the internet critics scored this movie on a scale of 0 to 100. Whoever gets the closest gets a point and then gets to pick the next movie. But stay tuned because the last 15 minutes, we have our rapid fire round where we stop talking about movies and we start just scoring them. So stay tuned for that.
And we're sponsored by Subway tonight.
Eat fresh. All right, so Sid, coming out 2 in a row, my guy. What do we have next here?
All right. Let's go with as in memory from Mr. Michael or Sir Michael Gambon from who passed away yesterday. Rest in peace, Dumbledore. Did everybody watch the first Harry Potter movie?
Harry Potter 1. Harry's a pothead and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I think I said that wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Sorcerer's Stone. Someone's stone.
Somebody's stoned.
Somebody has a stone. I heard somebody was stoned. Something like that.
Somebody's stoned. So is everybody good with that? Or is that strike one?
No, that's good.
No, I think you hit it out of the park first try this time.
I think I saw the first two.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
right? Exactly. Kind of after that. Yep.
Harry Potter. All right. What do you remember from the original Harry Potter?
Harry, you're a wizard, Harry. I mean, just being welcomed into the whole wizarding world. Finally getting the movie from the book into the big screen. Just being a part of the whole magical world of Hogwarts. I remember watching it in the movies, being very lost in the whole the visuals. Even back then, at that time, the visuals were pretty cool. Snape, of course. Personally, my favorite character out of the whole series was Professor Snape, Mr. Alan Rickman. Even although I think in the first Harry Potter, Dumbledore wasn't played by Michael Gambon; it was played by somebody else.
He was not. He was played by some super old dude who couldn't do it anymore. I forgot his name though. Yeah.
So
then they brought in
the overall
Lord of the Rings. Like nobody's gonna notice.
Good film movie. Yeah.
Did you read the books?
But yeah, good movie overall, in my opinion. Now the critics.
Let's ask you: did you read the books?
Yeah, I did read the books. I mean, of course, the movies do the books no justice, but still, it was fun to see it translated into film. So they did. I guess they did the best they could. I guess, but the books are definitely better. But
all right. Well, why don't
critic-wise,
scoring here?
I'm gonna say I want to give it a high score, but I'm tempted to think that the critics kind of didn't think so highly of it, maybe perhaps. So I'm gonna give it a 68 for the critics. For the audience, I'll give it an 82.
All right, now I believe we go to Rich. Harry Potter. Give it to you, Malfoy, before I knock you off your broom.
I remember it was entertaining. Everything he said. So I'll just go to the score. I was more Lord of the Rings person than Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah. Yup. Right there with you.
Yeah. But I think the critics gave it a good grade because that was the first time it was coming to the live screen. So I think they gave it like a 94, and the audience gave it 98.
94, 98?
Yeah. Everybody was definitely waiting for that. So. Yeah.
All right, Lux. What do you remember from Harry Potter?
I love that you say that every time. I'm a huge reader, but I never read the books, actually. But I did enjoy the movie. And I think the movie's like the tip of an iceberg, and the book is the whole iceberg. And they sort of need to select and it's a hard to select, but it's, they just selected what can fit into that tip of the iceberg. But I loved it. I love that idea of like that magical world, and he gets to go to like wizard school. How cool is that? Like, that's great, like, so I'm thinking,
I wanted like one American wizard, like one stoner wizard from California, like, Expelliarmus, bro.
that's when they go to Wizard University. Or did I miss that movie? Because there's like 800 of them. I don't. Maybe we didn't see that scene. But that would have been me.
Find the deleted scene.
I'm thinking the critics liked it too. I think everyone liked it. So I'm gonna go like 86 critics, and I'm gonna go 80. Let's go 88 for the audience.
Oh, there's that infamous 88 right there.
88.
Make sure my math is good here. Yep. Wow. Okay. Everybody thinks that the people liked it, which I like. So here we go. The critics gave this movie a 76.
Oh, dang.
The audience gave it an 86, giving this point to Lux. I think here's what I think is that it got a low critic, and it didn't even really get like I thought when you said Harry Potter, I thought it was going to be in the 90s. I think a lot of people read those books and had their own interpretations of what the characters look like. So when they saw it on the screen, they're like, "Oh, that's not what it's supposed to be." Nuh-uh.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Right.
The books,
Right.
the book,
But
the book
this has been in my head this whole time, and I have to go back to it. During Kung Fu Panda, Lux was talking about how good like movie food looks and stuff in the movie, and it reminded me of my favorite movie with food in it. And I had to like say, do you guys remember the movie Hook?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The food scene. How good does all the food in that scene? You know what?
When they imagine
The colors.
Yeah.
The
How
colors
good
are-
does it all
so-
look?
right?
The colors are so vibrant. Like
Oh, yeah. Like,
That,
taste the colors.
that got me thinking about good food. I was like, and then it's been in my head this whole time, and I finally I just exploded and had to let it out. All right, Lux, you have the next movie. What are we thinking?
Okay, I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction.
Oh, classic. One of my favorite movies.
yeah.
yep. You can watch that from any scene. And then if you turn it on and it's on one scene, you just watch the rest.
It is, you know what? It is literally one of those movies where it's like, I don't care where it is because the movie's not in sequential order, that you just put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lux. Now we've talked. What do you love about Pulp Fiction?
Oh boy, I think it was just so like, well, that's Quentin Tarantino, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything is like, what the junk, like holy crackers. And I think that was the appeal, because like around every corner you were like in shock, like holy, you know what I mean? So I think that was the appeal, and the way it was presented too, like you said, like in like non-sequential. And I think the way the story was done was really quite well done. Who doesn't love Quentin Tarantino? So right, I don't want to. Yeah, right.
No, exactly. I mean, let he who does not love Quentin Tarantino cast thy first stone.
There we go. But did the critics like it?
Oh,
Yeah.
That is the question.
That's the question.
Right?
So what do you think?
So I'm thinking, let's go. And this is hard because I know it's good. Okay, I'm gonna go 75 critics, and I think the people liked it. So I'm gonna go. Let's go 78 people. This is hard.
All right, Sin. What do you remember from Pulp Fiction?
Pretty much, yeah. Like Lux was saying, like it was one of those movies where it surprised you at every corner. One of the things that always stuck out to me was the Bruce Willis scene, right? When he gets off by what's his name, Travolta. No,
When Travolta
Travolta
gets
gets
off by
off.
Willis.
off by Bruce Willis. Yeah, that was kind of like
Because
took
the
me by
toaster
surprise. I
goes
was
off.
like, holy you know, it was one of those holy moments. The same thing with the you know, with the Get Mask scene. That whole spiel that kind of took me, you know, by surprise as well.
effing
far from
okay right now, man.
Yeah, exactly. And the music, I mean, the music was amazing. It was great. I love the soundtrack. I think as most Tarantino movies are, they have a pretty good soundtrack to them. But yeah, a very, very entertaining movie for sure.
Love it, love it, love it. So now, what do you think the scores were for this movie?
The critics, I think I'm gonna go with 70, and the
Okay.
audience, I'm gonna give it a 84.
All right. Now, Rich, Pulp Fiction. What do you remember, my dude?
I remember it stayed in the movie theater for like over a year. That was like the longest movie, one of the longest movies to stay in the theaters. And I used to sneak into the Dollar Theater with some friends and go see it again and again and again. So that one scene where they're in the car with the other guy that they take away from when they were trying to collect the stuff, and he started talking to him, and he had a gun pointed at him and hit a bump and he shot his head off. That always like shocks me every time I see that scene. I'm like, whoa.
Right? Yeah, I forgot about that one.
That was awesome. But that whole movie,
they call
all those characters was so good.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France? A Royale with cheese.
That one guy, what's his name, that was in the diner with his girlfriend that they were robbing them? He was in another movie with Tupac where they were like, where they were heroin addicts
His
trying
name's
to
Tim something. I know who you're talking about.
That was a good movie. You got to check it out. I'll let you know when I remember the name of the movie. But Tupac played like a whole different role. It was,
Tim Roth.
My wife and I call each other
Tim
Honey
Roth.
Bunny because of that movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great movie. And I think the critics
All
gave
right.
it. Critics
What do you
gave it like an 86 because it was so different, and I think the audience gave it like in the low 90s, so like 92.
The critics liked this movie.
Ooh.
Oh,
They gave it a 95.
Ooh,
What?
wow.
No way.
Wow.
The audience liked it also. They gave it a 90. So Rich right
Dang.
there, obviously sticking with his guns.
Yeah, I mean that movie was in the theaters for so long. I was waiting for it to come on DVD. It wouldn't come out. I was like, damn, what the hell?
All right. Rich
Little
putting it up
VHS
there
tape.
now. We've got 2 for Rich, 1 for Lux, and 2 for Sin. Anybody's game right now. Rich, you got the next movie. What are you thinking?
Oh man, you guys already rejected all my other movies. Lost Boys.
Oh, I love Lost Boys.
Oh,
That movie was filmed in Santa Cruz.
Not Val Kilmer.
no,
Keith
that was
Sutherland.
Lost Boys. Wasn't that Christian Slater?
Christian Slater,
No.
and then
Yeah.
Right?
the guy from
Right.
24.
Yeah, all the vampires. Yeah,
Oh, Kiefer Sutherland.
I know it. I didn't
talking about
watch
Yeah,
it.
Kiefer Sutherland. I think Billy Baldwin might be in that movie.
yeah. Oh, we'll do another one then.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Corey Feldman was in it too.
Wait, have you all seen it?
No.
The Corey.
I know.
I haven't seen. No, I've heard of it, but
Oh, right.
I know this will be a strike too, but I'm gonna say it's The Professional with Natalie Portman in her first movie. Have you guys seen that?
Wasn't that Russo guy or what's his name? Gene
Yeah,
Russo.
where he's a hitman
Yeah.
and she lives with her. Yeah, That's a great movie.
Gene
That's-
Wilder. Yeah, there you
I
go. My
think
bad.
Okay, I don't
Lux's
know that
face
one,
is
but I
saying.
feel like I should make a list of great movies I should watch. No.
That's
Yeah,
why we have
watch
homework.
The
That's why a lot of people have
Can I
homework
get a
after
list
this.
after this, please? Are you writing this down? No.
Yeah, watch The Professional. That's a very good movie. Very good
Okay,
movie.
okay.
Strike
Okay.
two. All right. What you got? What's first here, Rich?
Gosh. The first Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
The Fellowship of the Rings. Thank you for picking such a long title for me to type out.
Do you just like Lord of the Rings 1 and it would come up? I don't
Yeah, and so does about 900 other things. All right, Rich. Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson putting himself on the map with this movie. What do you remember from Lord of the Rings?
Just, I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but it was a good movie. Very entertaining. I've seen them like over and over again. The third one's the best one, but the first one started it all. So, but
First one I do agree is the best one, so I'm in agreement with you on that one.
yeah,
And then it goes 3, 1, 2. 2 is trash. 2 is just filler.
yeah, two is filling. Yeah, but I guess I'll give the critics gave it like 81, and the fans gave it 89. We'll see.
All right, Lux.
That's solid.
How do you know? What do you know about taking the ring to Mordor?
Ooh, well, you know what? I think if there was ever a movie that was going to be judged for its adaptation from book to film, then this is going to be one. I think people were ready just to be like, yo, this is what I don't like about it. I did read all the books. I read The Hobbit, part of the Silmarillion. And I still enjoyed it. You know, I try not to bring a lot of my book to the movie because I feel like it's a different entity itself. So I love Elijah Wood. I think he's fantastic. So I enjoyed the movies. I don't know how far I got into the second and the third one, but I was like, hey, way to go. Effects, right on. Big eyeball, lots of stuff. You know, I was entertained. So let's go.
I love it. All right, so what are you thinking?
I think this is another one where the critics were ready to judge it too. So I don't think it as high as maybe it could have been. So I'm going to go 70 for the critics. I'm going to go, I feel like the audience, I'm going to go also 70 for the audience because I feel like they were just so ready to judge it. And I'm not sure how everyone felt. Final answer.
All right, Sin. What do you remember from Lord of the Rings?
The Lord of the Rings. What I remember, just a visual, a visual masterpiece. Through and through, a great film by Peter Jackson. Love, the Hobbits, the characters, Aragorn. I can't remember. I can't on the top of my head. I'm trying to remember the elf.
Legolas and Gimli. Come on.
Gimli. Gimli. And speaking of Legolas, honestly, was the first movie, like one of the first movies where I was kind of like I was a little bit confused for a while because when I saw Legolas on the screen, I was like, who is this beautiful chick? Like, who's this woman? Who's this beautiful gal?
Oh, that's a dude.
It's fucking Orlando Bloom. It's Orlando Bloom, yo. But he just fucking looks so yeah.
Well, he's an elf.
But no, it
pretty
was
fluid.
Yeah. But it was a great movie. Definitely a great start to the trilogy. I would agree with you guys that I do think Return of the King was probably the best out of the three. But this one was solid up there with the rest of them. Now,
So what do you think the scores were?
the critics, I think the critics, I kind of want to go low, but I'm going to go against my gut. I'm going to say the critics gave it a 86 and the audience gave it a 94.
I'm really curious, actually, about this one.
Huh?
So
I'm
remember,
really
this movie
curious.
came out in 2001.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Little,
seen that.
little,
Still in school.
little something about the movie here. Full of eye-popping special effects and featuring a pitch-perfect cast, The Lord of the Rings Fellowship brings J.R.R. Tolkien's classic to vivid life. Also, a fun fact about the book: did you know that Tolkien wrote the majority of this book in the trenches during World War One?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Fun fact about the writing of this book. Well, I got some bad news for a couple of you here. Everybody loved it. The critics gave this movie a 91%.
Oh!
The audience gave it a 95%. Hitting the point here.
Deserves that. That's great. Huh.
And now coming back here, taking the lead again. You have the next movie. Oh, whoa! It is 3:45, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cinema Score. We're about to get into the rapid fire round now of this show. We talk about movies and we score stuff. I don't have a co-host, so I'm just flying by the seat of my pants right now. Now I have to take over and pick all the movies, which kind of stinks, but we're gonna do it anyway. All right. So as of now, we've got Rich with 2, Lux with 1, Sin with 3. And I think that's about it. I don't have anybody to ask, a co-host to ask anything, so we're just gonna get right into it.
You're doing
Okay.
great. You're doing great.
So, the first movie that I was thinking is, has everybody seen Point Break?
Oh, yeah.
Keanu
Break.
Reeves,
Yeah. When they
Patrick
robbed the
Swayze.
bank. The surfer dude.
Robin Banks, and surfing.
Yeah.
No.
Is that what's his name? Gary
No.
Busey?
Nope. Lux
Was
just
it-
Lux
is that
like
Busey?
straight up no. That's okay. All right. What about
Sounds-
The Departed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
With Leo.
Leonardo DiCaprio, the Martin Scorsese movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
The Departed.
Not
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Oh
Marky
no, look at
Mark.
her little ears. Her little ears.
Oh,
All right, I might
goodness.
strike myself out here.
You got right.
All right, I got a good one. This one, everyone's seen this one. It always works. We're going Finding Nemo.
Okay, yeah. Woo!
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Everybody's seen Finding Nemo. All right, so our first one here goes to Sin. Sin, Finding Nemo. If you'd like to say a quick little thing about it, you can, but we're just going for scores here.
Yeah, let's just go with the score. I mean, I would say Dory was probably my favorite part of the movie, but yeah, the scores. Let's go with critics 93 and 95 for the audience.
Critics 90. Critics 90. 90. I'll just stay with 90. And audience maybe 98.
All right, Lux.
Boy. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think it was well liked as well. Let's go audience. Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Okay, let's go critics. 91, and let's go audience 89, please. I'm just gonna cram myself in there with you guys. Those numbers.
You want to talk about a Price is Right? That could be the greatest Price is Right I've ever seen. Right there.
She just
She's like,
pressed it
I'm
right.
just gonna slide right in here if you don't mind.
$1, please. I bet $1 or bid.
What was his, Bob? $3? 301. Well, you know what? It worked. The critics gave this a 99%. The audience gave it an 86%. Coming right in between is Lux with the point. All right. Next movie I was thinking of is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time.
Good job.
I was thinking Die Hard.
The what?
Oh,
Oh,
Die
You guys
Hard.
seen Die Hard?
Wait,
One of the
Wait,
greatest
what was that
Christmas
again?
movies ever.
what was that again?
Die
It's a
Hard.
Christmas
Die Hard.
movie?
Yeah, I was
Christmas
gonna
movie?
say just because they were at a Christmas party one time in the movie doesn't make it a Christmas
Yeah.
movie.
It takes place
Ooh.
during Christmas, so it's a
Ooh.
Christmas
Hey,
movie.
This is for the manly man Christmas movie.
That's good.
It's a Christmas movie, damn it.
Yep. 'Cause,
It's one of the greatest of all time.
uh,
That's
Yep.
good.
Every year, you put on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you put on Christmas Vacation, you put on A Miracle at 34th Street, and you put on Die Hard.
Yeah,
No.
these are facts.
All right, Lux, Die Hard. What do you think the scores are?
Let's go. I think despite the argument about it being a Christmas movie, I think it was well received. So I'm gonna go let's go 86 for the critics and let's go 87 for the audience, please.
All right, Sin.
All right, I'm gonna give you a little taste of your own medicine. I'm gonna give it 87 for the critics and 89 for the audience.
Price is Right and his way right on up there.
Can't wait till the showcase showdown. Let's go.
Oh, all right, Rich. What do you think?
I'm gonna give the critics 68 and the fans 80. I don't know.
Well, somebody's tactic worked here. Somebody had the right idea, but the Price is Right got in their way. The critics gave this movie a 94. The audience gave this movie also a 94, giving the point here to Sin.
94? If somebody thought the movie was
Right,
good.
yeah.
94s across the board.
Wow.
All right,
Nice.
here we go. Next movie I was thinking of is I'm never mind that. No one's gonna see that one. I don't know why that popped into my head. You guys have all seen Driving Miss Daisy, right? Morgan Freeman.
No.
Okay, no, homework. All right, we're
Heard
gonna
of
do Dude, Where's My Car?
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no more fancy movies. We're going in the opposite direction, brother.
Oh man, we're going low.
Hey, you don't know how low it is or high it is. You have no idea. This could be a really good movie for all you know. Maybe it's critically acclaimed.
With what's his name? No.
Ashton
All
Kutcher.
right, so it's
Yeah,
on Sin. Dude, Where's My Car?
Sweet.
Dude, where's my car? Like, dude, where's the score at? I think I'm gonna go with 40 for the. I should probably go low. I should probably go lower. No, can I give it a 35? Sorry, 35 for the critics, and 50 for the audience.
I'm gonna say because well, the critics are gonna say 38, and for the fans because people like the '70s show. So I'm gonna give it maybe 65. 65.
All
All right,
right,
Bob.
Lex.
I'm gonna go 40 and 66.
Oh
40
my
for the
God.
critics, please. 66.
Just squeeze your way in there.
Did she just call you Bob? Did you just call him Bob too?
Yep, I was Bob.
You call me Bob?
Bob Barker.
Critics gave this movie a 30.
Oh!
The
You should've gone
audience
lower.
gave it a 56. So this one goes to Sin.
Killing it
All right,
tonight.
next movie. We're going to keep on going here because we still got some time. We're going to go with, how about Little Nicky? Adam Sandler's Little Nicky.
Yeah,
Okay.
his worst movie, but yeah.
No, I told you, we're not doing good ones anymore.
That's fine.
All right, it is.
So I guess
on-
any Adam Sandler movie. So we're gonna go with this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
we all see it,
Little
right?
Nicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay. Critics. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna stick with 35. The audience, I'll give it a Oh man, a 58.
All right. Rich.
Critics 32, and audience 49.
God, you are trashing this movie.
It was so bad.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I know,
Oh,
right?
Oh, but it was so bad, man.
Cassius,
It wasn't.
get the flask.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't Billy Madison.
All right, I'm gonna go 30 for the critics, and I'm gonna go 57 for the audience, please. No, sorry, 48. Sorry, that's what I wanted to do. I want to go low. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, low.
Or low.
No.
Limbo. How low can you go?
Going low helped you there. You
Shorty
won.
go-
Somebody
shorty
over here
going
by
low,
1 point.
low,
The
low.
critics gave this movie a 22%.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, jeez.
The audience gave it a 55. Lux gets this point. All right, next one that we're gonna go with here
Get it.
is let me think of another terrible movie that everybody's. How about? Oh, I just had it and I blanked out.
I brought a couple VHS.
I can't think of bad movies. So let's go to a good one. We're gonna go. Let me think of any movie at this point. I'm blanking. Somebody say a movie. The Mask.
The Mask.
I love it. The Mask.
That's a great movie.
I brought VHS tapes for today, so
Somebody stop me.
Woo.
Thank you for the VHS tagging right there.
You still have VHS, damn.
the TV
That's probably
VCR
worth
combo.
something.
Oh, the combo. You got the combo.
Oh, you got a combo.
That's what's
Damn,
up.
they still have those? They still work?
And the little little Pac-Man thing that plugs it. Sorry.
All right, so it's on Lux. The Mask. What are you thinking?
Oh, okay. I think this probably wasn't one of the favorites as well. So I'm gonna go 65 for the critics, and I'm gonna go 60 for the audience. I don't think we really liked this one, although we love Jim Carrey.
65 and 60.
Yeah.
All right, Sin.
Smoke it. I'm gonna give it a. I want to give it a straight 50 for the critics and a 65 for the audience. Milo the dog, right? I think that was his name.
Milo was the dog.
Yep.
On the second one, like Son of the Mask.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I'm going to say the critics gave it a 46, and the audience gave it a 59. 59? My brother had a Jack Russell that looks exactly like that dog. Exactly. Awesome dog. Awesome dog.
I remember the loner. The loner car. That
Bring
was
out the
the
loner.
loner.
The critics gave this movie a 56%. The audience gave it a 76%,
Oh.
giving Sin the point right there.
Doing bad tonight.
We got time for one more movie before we go. And since it's, I like that Jim Carrey. Have you guys ever seen The Truman Show?
Oh yes, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
the Truman.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one where his whole life's a television show?
Good evening,
Yeah.
Good night.
good movie.
All right, we're going to end with that one right here. The Truman Show. What do we think the scores were for that, Sin?
Critics, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that they probably gave it a little bit of more love. So 68 for the critic, and audience, I'll give it a 78.
All right. Critics 75. Audience 80. 82.
All right, and Lux.
All right, I'm thinking. Let's see, Truman Show. I think we liked it. Okay, so I'm gonna go audience. Oh, sorry, critics. Let's go 78, please. And the audience. Let's go. Let's go 85, please. Final answer.
Pretty
This,
please.
this one's worth like 10 points, by the way. I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Probably
10
not.
points. Give us a chance. Give us a chance, man.
I like the
funny
audible.
thing is,
I
this
like,
one
I
was
like the
actually worth
audible.
2 points because we had a tie. So 2 people got a point here. Those 2 people were Rich and
Oh.
Lux with a tied score of 30. The critics gave this movie
Way to go, Lux.
90%.
Oh wow.
Audience gave it a 67. So
Jeez.
both of you get a point. But unfortunately, it was not enough to stop the winner from still winning, and that would be our winner, Sin. All right. So before we wrap everything up here, Rich, would you have anything going on that you'd like everybody to know about?
Friday nights is always Lucky's Lounge. We play some like hip hop or reggae, whatever I vibe to, and chill for a couple hours. I'm in Vampy's a Halloween auction the end of the month, and Nina has a kick-ass game show on Sunday nights at 11:30. So check her out.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
awesome.
sir. It was a pleasure meeting both you guys, and I favored you guys. So
Oh,
Hey, great
love
job,
it.
Rich.
Love
Good
that.
job, man.
This is what the show's all about, man. Appreciate you, dude. All right, Lux, what do you got going on the app that anybody needs to know about?
Well, hi there. I'm Lux, and you can find me just about every morning here on the app. And you can most certainly find me for my brand new featured show, Tic Tac Trivia, every Saturday. So join me there every Saturday. We do that, and then an hour after that, I come back on. We do audience edition Tic Tac Trivia, and we hang out and have a fun Saturday night. And that's me. Thanks for having me. Congratulations.
Of course, I love you guys. You guys have been awesome contestants. You know, you've been
Thank you.
awesome people to be a part of the show. And last but not least, we've got our El Campeon of El Campeon. Sin, what do you got going on?
Thank you. I got coming up on the 2nd, next Monday. I'll be coming out on Legends Epicted show. I think it's on 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, and then actually on the 14th, right? It's on Saturday. I will be coming out on Lux's Tic Tac Trivia show as well. Going up against, I think, McLovin, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be on her show on that date. And then I too will be coming out in Vampy's Halloween costume contest auction at the end of the month of October. Sorry. I think it's October 27th or 28th.
I think it's the Friday
Sure, but
before
yeah.
Halloween.
yeah,
That's what we got. That's what I got going on. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's Friday. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got going on. Yo, DJ, I appreciate you having us on the show. This is always so much fun, man. I love the show. Always have a blast here, and it was a pleasure and an honor to play, amongst these great competitors as well, both Rich and Lux. So yeah, good game. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
Awesome. And it was, all three of you, wonderful contestants. You guys, your movie knowledge and how you talk about movies and stuff is exactly what I want from every contestant. You guys are like prime examples of exactly what I'm looking for. So thank you guys so much for actually taking time out of your day to do this. And I really appreciate it.
of course.
And with that being said, I'm going to play the outro song. If you guys would like to stick around, you're more than welcome to. If not, I completely understand. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Cinema Song Action!